So it's different things that you can do with massage to help heal yourself versus taking medicine all the time.
If we take care of our bodies, they'll take care of us.
That's what I tell people all the time.
Baby. And you'll be just surprised what happens when you step out on faith.
Yeah. I got to learning about energy and how the body works, how the body flows, different things you can do with the body to heal yourself or, to help heal other people.
Right.
So
it forces you to have to be patient. You ain't got no choice but to relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just a healing process. So I don't want everybody just to automatically just associate it with sex.
It took me to get into my mid-30s to finally get a massage.
You could have been here a year ago,
but
then you never know what all you're holding in from last year. So.
Yeah, that is definitely probably a necessity in regards to your self-care and self-love because you're worth it.
That's why I said it's nothing consistent but change. That's why I encourage people to come lay on my table and let some of that stress out.
It's one thing to have a thought or an idea of, I want to do this. Yeah. It's another thing to actually put forth the action behind the words. I brought it up to him before, and he says, that's just not me.
They on the verge about to get the baby. I don't know.
Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Beaut Tea Told. It's your girl Britt, and yes, you guys have tuned in for yet again another episode of your relationship podcast, where me and my special guest, we take those challenges, struggles, any type of relationship topics, we deep dive into that thing with the overall goal of finding positive change for all and healthier relationships for everybody. So, welcome. So listen, y'all, I wasn't going to disappoint. I wanted to make sure that I had me a beauty or a gent in the building, and I did just that. So listen, y'all, I got my girl. Me and her go way back, like 4 flats on the Cadillac. We go back to Kennedy days, girl. The good old 20 years. 2 decades. It's incredible. We don't look like it's been 20 years. Hello.
20 years.
I'm
listen.
excited. It flew fast, didn't it?
It did.
But nonetheless, we gonna hey, this year we up, okay? I can't wait till September so stay tuned for that, y'all. That reunion is coming. Yes. I'm gonna have to make sure.
Soon.
Yeah, I got y'all. So without further ado, see if you want to introduce to the beauties and gents who you are, what you do.
All right, well, I am Sierra. I do a lot of things, and a lot of people know me for a lot of different things, but my main thing that I do here is massage therapy. I have some cards here and everything, but I just graduated almost a year ago. So I've just been in the field, trying to get a field of everything for myself, and just get out there, put myself out there. I said this year, 2026 is going to be the year that I promote myself, get me some new clients, come lay on my table, So
I like that. Come lay on her table. That's your slogan right there, girl.
Basically.
That's it. So listen, I love the fact that you are in the therapy, the massage therapy realm, because you are the very first.
Okay.
You are the very first. I've had a few mental health therapists and all that, but you are the first massage that I had.
Yes.
In your specialty, and you're going to be able to tell us a little bit more of how that relates to relationships. So we're going to be talking about the body and love, y'all. That's the topic of the day. So I'm excited. I have waited. Thank you so much. We had to actually reschedule this at one point because, the weather be weathering.
Listen, but we made it here.
We made it.
That's the good thing.
That's right. And at the appointed time, it was going to be so. Come on now. So a little cold. It's still a little bitter cold.
It is cold out.
But it is. But bundle up. But we here in a nice comfy house with the comfy couch.
Yes.
And we're going to get into it. So without further ado, I want to be able to give our viewers a little bit of background of what brought you into wanting to be like a massage therapist.
Okay. Well, I'm a mom of three boys. And my youngest son passed in July of 2021. And during that time, I just was going through like a lot of hardships, trying to figure out like what was next in life. And like, what should I even be doing? Like, what was my purpose? Like, and I always knew as a kid that I wanted to help people.
Yeah.
You know, I used to go with my grandmother and help the elders,
Yeah.
like all types of stuff. Like, so I've always been that caring person and just wanted to help people. So something led me to massage school.
Mm.
Like, it was just like a random thought. And
Wow.
when I started, you know, I got to learning about energy and how the body works, how the body flows, you know, different things you can do with the body to heal yourself or, you know, to help heal other people.
Right.
So, I got through the hard part,
That's
the
right.
schooling of it, and here I am now.
Okay.
So
Well, kudos to you. That, you know, it's one thing to have a thought or an idea of I want to do this.
yeah,
It's another thing to actually put forth the action behind the words. So that was major. You know what I mean? Because you
that's
could
the
have just,
hard part.
yeah, it is, and that's for a lot of us. That so for some that may be watching, that might have been, there might be in their stuck season, I want to
Okay.
say. But hearing you say that you pushed through, you know, during a time of grieving to say, hey, I'm going to really do this and put forth the full force effort, like that right there, it might be a word for somebody that's watching that, hey, let me stop playing and let me do this.
Listen.
Because we've all been there. I did it with this podcast, y'all. Beauty Told will probably be much older than what it would be. You know, it's 2.5 years. But you sometimes, you know, you have that was an imposter syndrome where you don't know if you really are worthy of this, if this is something that you should be doing. Like, I questioned it, like, who would really want to watch this and all of this, and you'll be just surprised what happens when you step out on faith. Yeah, so that's dope, girl. And you're doing your
when nobody
thing.
else is going through like you. So
No, for real.
that's why I appreciate it. And I watch the podcast, and I'm like, I can get some tips in the
Girl,
in
yeah.
there in the bedroom too.
Well, we gonna get to that. That's right, y'all. We gonna get some tidbits, you know, and
add it
all
all
that.
in.
We
We're
gonna
do
throw it
the
in the
full body.
That's right.
Okay.
So you know what? Speaking of which, when people think of, because we talked about this off camera,
Okay.
when people think about massage therapy, they automatically, not intimately, they automatically think like sexual.
Yes.
So can you give us basically that there is more to massage therapy?
So
than
yes,
just
like
men?
I'm not gonna just blame it on the men because it's not the men, but because everybody, just when you think of massage, because you're most of the time you're naked, you keep your underwear on, but sometimes people, need to be worked on in different areas, their glutes, whatever, so you'll take your clothes off and you're exposed, so people automatically think bad things or just think sexual with it, and that's not the thing.
Yeah.
It's different areas on your body. A lot of people have like sciatic problems, lower back problems with standing on their feet all day, all types of things. Like, so it's different things that you can do with massage to help heal yourself versus taking medicine all the time,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
just, so it's just a healing process. So I don't want everybody just to automatically just associate it with sex because that's not the thing. And I tell you firsthand, like, I don't do all the extra stuff, it's strictly professional with me. I'm here to do my job because it's a lot of people who can actually be helped by just, getting a massage once a month or however often they need it. That's
How
what I'm here.
often should people get massages? Is there like a
So, I like to say, I mean, of course, if you can afford it as much as your pockets can afford, okay, but I like to tell people at least once a month.
Yeah.
But I like to even push for twice a month because you never know, like, you standing on a lot of people stand on their feet all day. Some people, even if they're not standing on their feet all day, they work with their hands,
That's my
so they
problem.
need their, But it depends on what your profession is, what your body demands are. Like, so it's just up to you and, whatever you can afford because they can sometimes get a little expensive, but it's just up to what you need your body get.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a lot of times too, we will sometimes we will do so much for, that job or our family and our friends, and we'll neglect us.
Yes.
And that is some self-love, self-care right there that we don't need to keep on dismissing that. We really do need to take it more seriously. And listen, I was telling you too, I got a massage for the very first time 2 years ago. Honey, I'm 37. Okay. It took me to get into my mid-30s to finally get a massage.
It took for me to start massage school to get so I know where you at with it, so But no, like, professional massage, because
Yeah.
it don't really count. I mean, it does, but it don't really count when it's in a bedroom. Because as
I know.
it's just
Well,
leading up
yeah, it's
to some
leading
other
up. That's
things.
right.
But when it's professional and you really there to do whatever it is
Yeah.
your body demands,
Mm-hmm.
it's full body. I like to tell everybody because a lot of people will lay on your table and don't even take their socks off. And I say, you standing on your feet all day,
That's
let me
okay
work on
to.
your feet. Like, this is
Yeah.
my profession, so I'm not that type of person. If I gotta work on your feet, then I gotta work on your feet.
Okay.
But so
Mm.
it
So you
get it
make
goes.
sure that you getting first of all your money's worth, but you're
Yeah,
getting a full
yeah, you gonna
experience
get
with
the
me.
full body.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to working on whatever areas
Okay.
that you need to work on. If it's really bothering you and it's gonna
Okay.
help with the self care and everything. So
Definitely.
here for it.
And I mean, to be honest, the way that, you're describing it, not only just even with work, but sometimes life
Yes.
can just become overwhelming and to the point where you just need that relaxation because maybe you're going through a lot of stress. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So what else besides stress, besides work, and of course, besides just I don't know, for pleasure. What else could massage, be able to help in regards to just ourselves? I know you said there was some things with energy and stuff like that.
Yeah, so when I first started massage school, very first day, our teacher taught us how to ground ourselves.
Mm.
It's not nothing that you just automatically know how to do. It's something
Right.
that you have to, just zone out, and learn how to come from a different space in order to focus and on different energy that your body's holding, might need to get rid of, or maybe I need to spread some of this energy here. It's a
Yeah.
thing like, so yeah, it's energy work. Of course it's, the touch, how
Right.
to feel.
Mm.
Um and just it's just very therapeutic,
It is.
because sometimes people can lay on your table and let out all of their
Wow.
pain, emotions, whatever they had built up. Some people don't like to talk to people about all their pain,
Yeah.
so it'll come out in different ways, especially if you hit a certain spot and it could be something that reminds them of something.
Mhm.
But once you zone out and all of that energy is coming up out of you, that's where it comes from. So,
Okay.
I tell people at least once a month because we go through so many
We
different
do.
things. It's nothing in life that's consistent besides change.
Okay.
And it could have been you could have been here a year ago,
Mhm.
but then you never know what all you're holding in from last year. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's
you know,
true. No, that's a good point too, because a lot of times not only that life be life, but I think they said that every 3 months you have some type of like life change going on. So you're
yeah.
right, change is all it's inevitable, it's
Yeah.
gonna happen. And to keep yourself sound, to keep yourself intact, like I feel like that is definitely probably a necessity in
Yes.
regards to your self care
Yes.
and self love because you're worth it. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Now I know y'all like, okay, let me get some juices. Okay,
Yeah.
this is
The
cute, this is
juice.
cool. But what about when it comes to, relationship wise?
Okay.
So when it comes to relationship wise, obviously physical touch, like you said,
Mhm.
is a no brainer. But what are some things that both beauties and gents, both men and women can do that doesn't have to be quote unquote leading to the sex,
Okay.
but it can be something that they can do with each other that still has that physical touch and quality time.
With like massage incorporated. So,
Yeah.
I would encourage the most thing is like stretching because a lot of people don't understand. The older we get, the less we, exercise. I know it's some people that still, exercise every day, and I kudos to y'all because listen, Daisy, I'm trying to get there, but I'm gonna be real, I'm not there yet. So, the older we get, our bodies
For
ain't the
sure.
same. So,
Yes, honey.
and I like to tell all of my clients stretch before bed,
That's
stretch when you get up
oh,
in the morning.
okay.
If you stretch before bed and when you get up in the morning, then it's setting the tone for the rest of the day. Your body,
Wow.
because if we just not stretching or, not moving or doing this, that, and the third,
Mhm.
our bodies tend to get tense That's where all the frustration is built up. You got all the everything.
Wow.
Most people carry a lot of tension in their back.
Me.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Yeah, up in their trap. So
wow.
yeah, so stretch each other.
Mm-hmm.
Or bathe each other. Bathe each other, because not only with the massage, with the physical touch of it, I like to tell people to soak their bodies as much as they can.
Okay.
Just to relax, because it helps. All of that helps.
All of that
take away from the tension. Like,
okay.
So.
All right. See, I see you. I see you, girl.
I know.
I didn't think about stretching. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, and it makes sense because I know, my boyfriend tends to, and he works out a lot, but he tends to also have moments where he gets cramped up.
Yeah.
And so that makes sense. And the older we get these aches and pains, honey,
Yeah.
and they ain't going nowhere. But we can help to.
You may not always make it to the gym. You can, even if you got to lay out a sheet or a blanket, because everybody don't got the little workout equipment, whatever.
Yeah.
But just a quick stretch before bed, stretch when you get up in the morning, stay hydrated.
For sure.
Just the little simple things that you can do in life itself.
Wow. It's the simple things that you forget about, because I mean, that takes me back to childhood. You remember we were stretched before gym class, you know what I mean? And I totally forgot that. Why wouldn't that still be, equivalent today? It's the same yesterday as it is today, So I think those are good tips, even the bath, because now that takes me back to my childhood too. When you were younger, you took a lot more of the baths when you were a kid, and mama didn't play. But as you get older, everybody's in a quick rush or the shower. So a lot of times, every once in a while, I have to catch myself and be like, you know what, I'm about to soak in the tub.
Soak your body, get that absence on.
Yes, honey, get the bubbles.
Take it back. Look.
Hey y'all, I know you're enjoying the episode of Beaut Tea Told. We're gonna get right back to it. But first, I have a question for you. Have you been struggling in your relationship, or maybe lack thereof, and just need someone you can trust to talk to? Or maybe you find yourself back in them tired, played out games and wonder, how in the world did I get here? Well, guess what? You now can book a session with me at beautytold.com, and let's talk about it. Let's heal, let's grow, let's build, so that way you can become your better self, and that way you can attract what you are desiring and get the relationship that you so deserve. Oh, and don't forget to get your merch, such as hoodies, as well as mugs. Let's sip, let's talk, and let's make that positive change. We're going to become our best self, and I'm going to help you to get there. So again, I have so many to choose from as far as varieties that's best suited for you. Grab the relationship coaching that's going to be that game changer for you. And I can't wait to see you there. What are you waiting for?
Listen, baby, and I live for a bath, but I got different health problems that I didn't came across to where I have to, because I'm epileptic now. So I done went through different stages and phases in life, and I ain't here to just ask for no sympathy or nothing. But I done been through some things, so it's the little things that we regret. You know what I'm saying? I have to have people there when I take the shower. I mean, the baths, because you could potentially go under and all that. But you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the baths, stretch up the little things. Like, I'm like this. I didn't fell away from so many different things from being a kid, and now here it is, 20 years younger. I mean,
well, we feel
anyway. I feel younger, but later, and I just the simple things. That's what it is. That's what it basically boils down.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fair enough. You know what? And you're right. You just gave us another important gem that I think that we all need to take heed of, and that is that enjoy it while you can. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you're right. As time continues to progress, it continues to move forward. Whether we're ready for it or not, it's going to keep moving. But if we don't take the time to appreciate what we do have, because like you said, you can still enjoy a relaxing bath. You just have to make those adjustments to make sure someone's present, things like that. So for a lot of us, we can still enjoy life, but just, sometimes we got to make the necessary adjustments so we can still make it happen. So no excuses. No excuses. All right, now, listen. Okay. I had a load of questions, and most of them was off the dome, but y'all know the fake journal comes into play when I be like, okay, now where was I trying to go with this? So, see, I ain't trying to make you feel like no pressure, girl.
Pressure. questions?
But I got to make sure I get some of these questions because it's getting good.
Okay.
So, what would you say is a simple? So, what is a simple massage routine that couples can be able to kind of enjoy that? They can just relax. Would it be the back massage? Would it be
Okay.
feet? Would it be all over?
So, I mean, I'm focusing on full body because I feel
Okay.
like, from the
Nothing
head to
gets
the
missed.
toe, don't nothing is
Okay.
missed.
Okay.
But I say the main things is like a facial massage, like the face and then
Yes.
the back of the neck and shoulders. I
Mm.
would say focus on the lower back, and I would always say focus on the feet.
Okay.
I mean the whole body and
The whole
everything. But
body
if you
experience.
the
Okay.
things that you're not gonna miss is
Uh-huh.
the head, neck, and shoulders, the lower back, and the feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is there a difference too when it comes to, the male and the females? Is it something like the females that is a little bit more like this is essential areas versus the men, or you think in general those are the good target areas?
Uh,
Because I want to make sure I get my man right. Okay.
No, I think those are the target areas for everybody because I've say the lower back because people stand on their feet a lot.
Yeah.
And when you stand on your feet a lot, no matter what job you done did, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that's the part where you hold that pressure at.
For sure.
And then just a lot of people are on their phones all day and they're down with their head. Cause I notice myself too. Cause I be having to
Yeah.
self check
Me
myself a
too.
lot. But I'm always with my phone in my hand. So I'm always looking down at my phone. So it makes my neck hurt here.
Oh, I didn't
So,
think about that. I
and
think we
then,
all are guilty of that
yeah.
one.
So when I'm massaging, I like to consider myself. Like,
Okay.
where would I want massaged or what I need relaxed more. So that's my focus areas is here,
Mm.
here, and then there. So, of course, you're going to get the rest of the body and all that too. But
Of course. But yeah,
yeah,
those are definitely the major.
essentials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, and you, listen, you ain't lying when you said that lower back, honey, because my back be killing me.
Listen.
It's so bad that for Christmas, now, kudos to my man because he was
Okay.
listening.
Okay.
But I was like, oh my gosh, my back, my back, my back. So he got me a back massage.
Okay.
And when I tell y'all, honey, it do
No.
feel like some little hands getting up in
Listen.
there
And it,
because
listen, and I'll tell everybody get some type of massager.
really, okay.
That's a good thing because, and then they hit in different spots in different areas, and then you can just course them through it, talk them through whatever. Because like I said, it all depends on, individual
the
bodies,
person. Yeah.
so.
Okay.
But yeah, a back massager is good for the couples because
Mm.
you get to, rotate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hopefully the women get more,
I
few
hope
more.
so too. Yeah, for sure. I think the gentlemen out there
But
will be
yeah,
gentlemen.
yeah, they better.
That's right. Well, I love the fact that you said that there's nothing wrong with having, a massage, just having the tools at home, massaging, foot massage. But y'all, let's not get it twisted. There's
Yes,
nothing like the real thing.
yes.
Because yes, that back massage was great, but it's funny because I even told my boyfriend, like, oh my God, it was almost like as if you were massaging me, but I like your massages better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you
Make
got
me
to,
feel better.
yeah,
Make me feel woman. Let 'em know
exactly.
she
I
doing
still
his
need you,
thing
okay? I
too.
still need
Yeah.
you. Well, what is it that you enjoy most when you are in your elements of giving the massages? Is it just being able to know that they now have went from tense to relaxed? Is it the fact that sometimes you probably psychologists and they can tell their
So,
troubles?
well, yeah. So I like to get to know my clients, because of course, when we first started, we may not known each other at all.
That's true.
Somebody may have sent
That's
you.
true.
Versus down the line, 6 months, here we are, we're building something, we're becoming, more than just client.
Yeah.
Sometimes we build a friendship because now I'm your therapist because they lay on my table and they tell me all types of things,
Yeah.
and it's strictly confidential,
Of
so they don't have
course.
to worry about anything, but
Yeah.
they lay on my table, they tell me things, or we get to know certain areas that hurt more than others, so you know how to focus on a person's pain, or some people just tell you whatever they want you to know.
Mm-hmm.
So, a little of their background and where they come from, where they're holding their pain from. Because even though it's massage and it's focusing on the touch, you have to remember the therapist part of it. So, so I build whatever bond I do with different clients. And I try to make sure that when they start it, they're not how they started is not how they're leaving. If that makes sense. I don't know if I said that right, but
how they came is not how they left. Okay, I got you.
Because like you said, you can come a little tense and then you're gonna leave more relaxed, but at the same time, your mind is more relaxed. If that makes sense.
It does.
You have you get to bring some of that pain, or because it's not always pain, and I'm not gonna say pain, but you get to bring some of that, whatever you're building up and your attention out of you.
Yeah. So you get to become, renewed.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Listen,
rejuvenated, all that.
And you giving me the words now. Yeah, but yeah, so but yeah, it's just basically building that bond though. Because now we get to know each other.
Yeah, wow.
Focusing on different things, and then it's not gonna all work in one session.
Of course, yeah. I mean, what they say, Rome built in a day. So yeah, it takes time.
Yeah.
And I think in today's society where everybody, like I said, everybody just wants the quick, the easy, but with this, it forces you to have to be patient. Enjoy that, 45 or that 60 minutes of massaging, you know what I mean? So it literally makes you just you ain't got no choice but to relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Phones away. That's another thing. Like you said, we get so caught up in our phones, and we don't realize that we messing our bodies up. Because, honey, I be having to catch myself at work. I have more of an office job. But I'll find myself slouching in that chair, and I'm like, okay, posturing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to be walking around hunchback of Notre Dame around here.
But then you also have to stand up and, stretch your body out every now and again. Because people think it's because you have a job where you sitting down at sitting down sometimes can be a lot too.
It can definitely be harmful, whether it's my back posture getting all messed up. That might be why I have the lower back. Aside from the fact when I work out, I'll probably be doing some of my routines a little improper, but it gets done. Yeah, I get the job done, Maybe I use too much of my back to do it. But it's a lot of times we don't realize that we're doing so much wear and tear on ourselves that we need that so we can be able to rebuild ourselves back up, So very critical. So y'all, this particular episode is more of your self-love, self-care. It can definitely, jump into the realm of relationship and, you and your boo, y'all enjoy each other and find different ways. I know for my guy, his love language is physical touch.
Okay.
I feel like most men's is physical touch.
It is.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Throw it in the comments because I know I'm not. Okay.
Yes. Physical touch for me.
Physical touch. Sure. Brie, I forget we got the second camera. I know it's physical touch. But, I try to make sure that I keep that in my mind when, I know that he's maybe complaining about his knee. I'll try to maybe massage that while we're just chilling on the couch. It's really the small things. I'll massage his feet because, Lord knows he be on his feet a lot. Yeah. And, they be taking the hit. They be taking the beating, So little lotion. Yeah. And I think that it also taps into your ability to be able to be paying attention and studying your partner to know.
Yeah.
And it's almost going into your realm, just in your field, your clients to the fact that you're tapped in and you're like, okay, I know that, Susie works in construction. So let me make sure I, tackle this back, or let me make sure I do the feet and everything like that. It's very beneficial to really just know who it is you're doing it on and, know those, key points, make sure you hit them points. All right, girl. Listen, I'm learning some new stuff too, y'all, because I ain't realized the stretching. I'm going to have to tell my boyfriend, like, that's why you cramping so much. You need to stretch,
Mom. You can't get out there 20 years later and think you still got it and just get up. You
better tell us.
LeBron work out all year round.
All year, girl.
For 40 years straight. He still ain't just getting out there.
That's true. That's true. Listen, if we take care of our bodies, they'll take care of us.
That's what I tell people all the time,
baby. That should be on the wall. So yeah, when you get
I'm
getting that building, girl. I'm gonna speak it into existence. You're gonna get it. So I can't wait to get my massage by you, by the way, girl. So I know you had let me know at the class reunion. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know you did it. That's how much time and space. But yeah, now we locked in, girl. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make sure.
Ready.
That's
the reason why I'm here, because I'm traveling.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, girl, we might have to travel away from here because my son won't let me be great. So if y'all be
Listen,
hearing from time to time my episodes where my youngest son be doing a little too much, because I'm just gonna,
it's some
throw
video
that
games.
disclaimer out there, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. Y'all better know I'm
Listen,
single mom in it with these two boys.
hey, you
But
did
I
a
want to
good
make
job. That little noise ain't
you.
bothering us.
I know we done learn how to just tune them
Tune
out.
them out. I'm a boy mom myself, so I hear this all day. I ain't even.
Girl, me too. I be upstairs in my own little world.
Listen, things still got to get done around here.
For sure, it's true. The lights gotta get paid somehow, okay? But I just wanted to let y'all know that's how much I'm dedicated to this. Because
Absolutely.
despite the fact that my son wants to be obnoxious sometimes, and I love him, he's my headache. I'm still gonna bring y'all the real, okay?
Absolutely.
So just had to do that little side note. Y'all my bestie, so I gotta keep it real with y'all. If I can't, then who?
Right.
All right, so listen, we've been getting some good stuff here. Let's see. Because how can someone communicate touch? So they need this touch. That's part of their love language. They're screaming for it. They're yearning for it. But the partner just isn't resonating with it. So what are some ways maybe that communication can be more clear? Like, hey, feet, can you massage my feet? Like, I've had a long day.
Besides just coming and washing the feet and just putting them right on the lap.
Like, here, see
I don't know. So, I mean, I don't know, because I'm a pretty straightforward person. Not saying that you just got to go, but, I had a long day.
Yeah.
I need some relaxation, but the thing of it is it's got to be replicated.
Yeah, it does. It
So,
does.
if you got my feet in, that's the thing. Like, a lot of women feel like they're above certain things or whatever. Like, but you got to think about it. If your man at work all day,
Yes, right,
making the money,
coming
paying the bill, you can't wipe it. Rub his feet.
Yeah, put a little lotion.
But yeah, so. But I mean, the best thing to do is just ask. I mean,
okay,
yeah.
So you just saying, listen, straight shooter.
But you gotta keep them. That's where you get them. Them guns.
Yeah,
I'm losing the words. That's when you get them guns and keep them in handy, because in case he don't, you gotta go on your own feet. You gotta get done. So
okay,
but yeah. So I mean, just ask. You ain't gotta be rude about it or just come put your feet in they lap But hey, my little shoulders there.
Yeah, why don't you take your hand
But,
there?
But I come to find out the thing that you gotta do, you gotta ask for the butt massage. That's where it starts there with the butt.
Oh, is that what it is?
Everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I got a little starter kit for you now.
Well, do you now, girl?
The cheeks.
I like that tip, because I ain't know that. All right. No, wait. Okay, is that just for the men to do on the ladies? I don't know. Like dudes probably don't like that.
Well, yeah. So
What's our go-to for the dudes? That's gonna be like, oh, okay.
I would say with the men, we would do the facials. You start with the face, because like the beards.
Oh, that's
you can't forget the beard.
Yeah.
Start with the beard, or you can start with the pecs.
Oh.
Because I mean, you don't necessarily have to always have a massage table, because you can do whatever you need to do right in the room.
Yeah.
And they also have this it's the head or the face where your cradle goes in. They got one where you could just push it in between, like your mattress. Like, it's some little they got some fancy things out here nowadays.
Okay.
So you can get one of them, and it's not necessarily a whole table, but you still doing a massage in a bed. But yeah, just
so
the pecs for the men, the beard, the head. It depends. If they bald, then of course the bald head.
Sure, yeah, for sure, they appreciate that.
It just depends on the person.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough. Yeah. So, Beauty Gent, you welcome. Yeah. Okay, because you ain't lying. Because mine, he's a bearded one. He's also baldy, and he enjoys the scalp massage. No oil needed. You
don't. So with the bald
just
head,
little fingers or your little nubs when I got my nails on.
It just really depends because you got different men who got dreads, they got the
Oh, that's
haircuts, the
true.
balls.
That's
So
true.
it just depends, but you can never go wrong with the
You
beard.
can't. And I
Yeah.
found out that even that he likes. Like so y'all get on up in there and massage, you know. So in case y'all beauties didn't know what the men like, those are some
They
areas.
like
Now I
the
wasn't
beard.
aware of the pec though. I knew the
Oh yeah.
because mine likes also like the back, and I just do like a little tingly. You know, sometimes you ain't gotta even go all up in there and be
Yeah.
hurting your wrist. Sometimes you can just do a little stroke a doke, you know, up and down.
And it's more so about pressure too. So
Is okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
don't be afraid to put a little pressure on them.
All
If
right.
you gotta put a little elbow on them.
Girl, I might. You know, I'm a little thing. So.
You get out of line, you got
For sure.
but
Okay. Put a
you
little
know,
bit.
put a little pressure on them. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
Well, listen, I'm learning a lot, y'all. I know I ain't the only one because she giving us some very good tips that I know will definitely change the game, not only just in your everyday life, but in that bedroom too now.
Absolutely.
So what would you say is like, and this, I feel like it might go into what we talked about before, but for couples that are really just trying to keep the intimacy alive and well, do you suggest like a couples massage so that way they're still, you know, in the same room and, you know, having that connection? Like, what's some ideas?
That's a good thing because, like, I get all the time, like, sometimes, like, women are afraid to let their men get massaged.
Yeah.
I get that, but
to a certain degree.
like I said, I'm here to do my job.
Right.
So even if you are used to doing massages in the bedroom, but it's not, you know, complete head to toe, you could call me. I'll pull up, you know, even if you're there. But when it comes to being in the same room, yeah, I promote the couples massage because they both can enjoy it together, you know. That way, you know, it's in the same room. I bring my partner, you know, most of the time it's a guy, so the guy will massage the female and I will massage the man.
Okay.
You know, so but just so you in the same room and you can understand and know and see what's going on, nobody don't feel left out, nobody don't feel like it's no type of foul play going on, you know.
Right.
And then it just lets y'all relax at the same time, you know, unwind, and it's something cute to do.
It is, yeah. I've never done it before, but I was been, you know, it's been a thought in my head, like, oh, what would be a kind of a cool date, you know?
Yeah. And
something like that.
I travel, you know, and I come right to the privacy of your own home. If you wanted me to set up in the basement, if you want me to set up in the living room, wherever you need me to, wherever it's enough space to accommodate. And I don't need much space because you got to think about it. If it's myself or with the couple, we're standing up.
Right.
So all I need is space for my table to go, and then I'm walking around the table. So right in the privacy of
like
your
you
own
said,
home,
it doesn't even take a lot.
We bring the extras, you know, all we ask is for you to have some type of music set up, you know. So I don't have to keep traveling with my music. But if you have some type of music set up, I bring the rest of the vibe.
Okay. Well, listen, that's enough said. Yeah. So listen, y'all, make sure y'all tap in my girl so that way y'all can get to you, get to your boo, do it together. Yes. Like make it a nice little date night.
Date night, yeah. You don't always have to be going outside. You can do it right in the privacy of your own home.
You know what? And as we get older, we tend to like to be able to just be in the comfort of home.
Yes. Because outside is cold right now.
Very, okay. So it's no better place than the inside, okay? So I mean, this was a grand time, and like I said, I was able to get some good golden nuggets that I could be able to use in my relationships for those who are in relationships. Good thing for those who are in their single season, you know, because that way the importance of taking care of you is so vital. You know what I mean? And even if you know you're married, you've been in the game, you've been rocking together, this can still be able to keep the intimacy going for those that have that physical touch as the love language. Or, you know, maybe it's just your partner that has that and maybe that's not your thing, but now you can kind of be more in tune with them. So girl, you helped us kind of in about every element, you know what I'm saying, in the relationship space. Yeah. I appreciate it. So listen, I feel like this is the most important question that I ask every single guest that I have, by the way. Let me sit up for this.
Okay.
So, Miss Sierra, I have to ask, what makes you beautiful?
Nobody's ever asked me that before. Let's see. In all honesty, I think what makes me beautiful is just my heart.
Okay.
My
Okay.
passion for helping others. Like,
Yeah.
I've just always been that type of person that, you know, if I can help, in any way that I can, and that's just any way, like not just with massage or,
Right.
I would,
Yeah.
so it's just my heart and where I'm coming from because I know where I've been and, how far, I'm going with the help of others that have
Yeah.
helped me. So, it's always somebody out there that can lend a helping hand. So,
And that's where you come in.
yeah.
Okay. I think that's beautiful. That's a
Yeah.
wonderful quality to have.
Yeah.
All right, girl. Well, listen, I'm had some fun with you. Like I said, I'm so glad it came to happen. And listen, I can't let you leave without us finding out what's the tea. Okay. So we need your help on this, all right?
Okay.
So the person wrote, "Hey Brittany, I need advice. I've been dating my boyfriend for 8 months and he's a good man." First off, let me just do a little pause.
Okay.
Because I've been doing a lot of these what's the tea so far. Shout out to the beauties of just that are definitely they found someone that has good qualities.
Absolutely.
Every now and again we get some that ain't maybe opening up or something like that. But I've been getting a lot of the ones where they good qualities, good men, good women. Shout out to y'all. You're on the right track. He provides, he's loyal, he shows up.
Okay.
But he isn't affectionate. Okay, now they threw this in here. He isn't affectionate at all. So that's it's a little extreme, but that's what they wrote. Like no random hugs, no hand holding, no cuddling. All right.
Okay. I mean, they on the verge about to get the boot, baby. I don't know. It's the list goes
off good, right? I know.
Yeah.
It did keep going.
Okay.
And if I try to kiss him, he'll give me a quick little peck and keep it moving. I brought it up to him before, and he says that's just not me. Now, this is a guy that's saying this. Okay. And I don't want to nag him, but I'm starting to feel unloved and rejected.
Okay.
So they definitely are missing each other there. So how do I tell him I need more affection without making him feel like he's not enough or starting an argument?
Now that's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Everybody is different.
Yeah.
But I just honestly think that, like, in a relationship, you gotta just be ready to meet people where they are.
Okay.
So everybody is not gonna be as affectionate as you.
Yes, I have learned.
Some people may not have been shown that type of affection or love when they were a kid.
That's true.
It's always that's why I said it's nothing consistent but change.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, I'm not a real therapist, but I am. So so that's where it comes into play, because you never know what people are going through, because that's why I encourage people to come lay on my table and let some of that stress out and let some of that whatever that they could be carrying, because you never know what people went through in life, to not be an affectionate person or to be more affectionate than others. So that's when you just have to, talk, express yourself, the physical touch as far as massage can be something to open that up, because you never know what areas or what parts of the body, can be do's or don't for people. Not saying you like I said before, a lot of people don't like their feet touched. And it's not because, their feet is not done. It could be something that they went through before, so, it's just about opening up to each other, meeting people where they're at and willing to learn and grow with them,
Okay.
Because you can't just meet a person where they're at and see the beauty on the outside and not be willing to work with what's to come, Everything is nothing consistent but change. So just because I was this way in the beginning don't mean that. And then now you got to think about it. I was like this when I was by myself. Right. And you were like that when you were by yourself. So now we're in each other's faces. We got to learn how to respect that. We got to learn how to work with that, not against that. We're going to bump everything. So it's just all about when you meet people where they're at.
You're right. Sometimes they can go just based off of maybe some things that happen traumatic and that they haven't
Yeah,
quite come out of their shell yet
that's the
about it.
thing.
So that's a good point.
Yeah.
I feel as though, so I don't think that it's worth you dropping him per se.
Mhm.
I think that definitely, to your point, conversation do need to be had. And I feel like sometimes
Absolutely.
as females, we know how to kind of say it in more of a cutesy way, like, oh, babe, I just would really love, or I really enjoy when you cuddle with me
Yeah,
and we watch the movie together. Like, I just feel so wanted and appreciated. And it just really makes me just love this relationship even more.
absolutely.
Like, sometimes those words of affirmation can sometimes be maybe his love language that makes him like, then the light switch comes
Yeah,
on and he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, like, okay, if that's what she want, like, let me do it. And a lot of times we just have to get out of ourselves and do those selfless things. Because I know for me, I mean, that's not my love language per se. Not that it's not on the list of some sort. I
Okay.
think that all of us have it. It's just all an arrangement.
Mhm.
But mine is gifts. But my man's is physical touch.
Mhm.
So a lot of times, if you really care about the person, you're gonna take the time to
Get
step
the
into their world and do what it is that pleases them. And then, like you said, it gets reciprocated. So
absolutely.
it's like give and take. And it shouldn't be you just give all the time. It should be where he's able to give to you as well. So my recommendation would be that you just express that this is something that you really do feel wanted, desired. It really goes deep. And if that person truly cares about you, they'll make even just
The
small
adjustment.
steps, to
Yeah,
adjust and try to meet you where you are. And again, maybe through conversation, you can find out if there's something traumatic that happened, that maybe
absolutely.
that's why he wants to maybe get to that point, but maybe he's shy. Maybe he just, he tried it with maybe the ex-girlfriend and it didn't work out. And now he's like, I don't think I can do it again. So now he's scared and fearful. So I don't think it's, where you need to reject them, but I think that you guys need to maybe have those conversations and let's find out where each other is at. Let's see if you really care about me like you say you do, because 8 months is a nice amount of, time.
Yeah, you're
And
kind of annual at that
hello,
point.
like, so by now, huh? Come on, babe.
And if you put
Have a
8 months
cuddle.
into it, it's obviously something that you have to,
Yeah.
it's worth it. So you just
Yeah.
gotta do the work.
For sure. So I think you definitely got some things. You got something to work with. But
Absolutely.
he has to be willing to work with you, and it could be a beautiful thing. So communication is going to be key. Giving them hints, and maybe just giving them a reel if he ain't catching the hints, honey,
Yes.
because something got to change. Because
Because
I know I've been where she was. Because my boyfriend, unfortunately, is not like a cuddler,
mhm.
and he told me that from jump. He did. So in fairness, he did let me know that. But guess what he did do? He meets me where I'm at. I know that my girl loves cuddling. So hey, on the couch, let's spoon on the couch and let's enjoy this movie because I know that you like to cuddle. And that's our cuddling time. Now, in the bed is not so much cuddling, but that's okay because he
One
met me
step at a
where
time.
yeah, that's
Get
it.
there.
So that was his way of adjusting because that's something that he's like, this ain't normally my thing, but because I like you and this is you, I'm gonna meet you where you at. I don't really be trying to be massaging all on the feet and everything, but
listen,
I'm gonna do it.
he's
Okay,
bored.
I'm gonna get all up in there. That's right. Yeah.
And after that, he might get some cuddles. Who knows?
Right. That's right. That's right. So it all works if you make it work, y'all. So I hope
Absolutely.
that this helped. And
Absolutely.
see, thanks for being a great sport. When it comes to
appreciate
my what's the
you.
tea, this is always fun. I'm always interested to know
Yes.
what my guest take is. So
Yes.
you took it, girl. You ran with it, and honey,
Listen,
we finished it. We did it.
I hope people
Excellent.
can't tell that I was nervous the whole way through, but I
Nervous.
appreciate
Nobody
you
would have known
because,
till you just
baby,
said it.
a lot of people don't ask these things, so I don't
I
know. So
know.
I'll come across them, but I'm glad that I was here
I'm
to
glad.
help with a little insight.
Yeah, and I learned some things from you too,
We all
girl,
can teach each other, so
thank
listen.
you. Okay.
You better
just
make sure
made-
you get your cuddles tonight, okay?
I'm getting my cuddles. I'm gonna be tapping in with you for my couples massage, all the things. Okay. So this will not be the last time y'all see C. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I thank you again for coming on Beaut Tea Told. This has been an honor, a privilege to have you on. And don't forget now, 100 episode. I'm gonna be calling you.
Listen, I'm gonna
Be ready.
I'm gonna have my episode 77 shirt.
You better, girl. You better rock it proud. I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did.
Absolutely.
And share with some friends, share with some family.
Yes,
Tap
y'all.
in. And listen, I'm loving y'all. I'm loving the support, the comments. I read every comment. I try to make sure I tap in and comment back, y'all. Now, I might be a little delayed because I still work my 9 to 5 now. So be
Yeah.
patient with me. But I got y'all because I appreciate everybody that takes the time to message me, DM me, comment me, whatever it is to get my attention. You got it. Okay. And I love you and appreciate you always. All of my subscribers. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on, click the button. It's free. It don't hurt you. It ain't gonna mess up your fingers, your wrists, nothing. Go ahead and just hit it and show your girl just a little love. Just a little love, you know.
Absolutely.
I love you back. And don't forget y'all, beautytold.com. If you need some help in regards to your relationships, in regards to dating, in regards to your single season, honey, I done pretty much done it all, honey. If it's marriage, you need some, marital advice on. If it's dealing with the divorce, how do I get out of this? What is the next steps after the dust and settle? I can help you. Let me help you. I got you.
Yes.
So what are you waiting for? Go on there and get that, and also get y'all free intentional dating blueprint, okay? Because let's start there. I mean, because we got to do the work so that way the work will work, okay? So I love y'all. And listen, journal coming soon. We ain't going to this going to keep showing up for a couple more episodes. And then after that, it's about to change, y'all, because I have worked hard, long and hard, blood, sweat, and tears. I done lost sleep. Can y'all tell by the bags under my eyes? I've been trying to cover with makeup. Like, that's how much I love y'all. I got these journals coming. They coming to you. You're going to have it in your hand or digital. I promise you. So make sure y'all keep in touch with me on that. And see, once again, thank you. Love you guys. And of course, as always, let's make a change.
All right.